Hey YouTube, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing a review on the Morphe Jaclyn Hill brush collection, which I received in the mail about a week ago maybe, and I'm finally getting around, but I wanted to have my own opinion on the brushes and the quality and like the usage and what you can use the brushes for. And I have 23 out of the 24, so I don't know where that one brush went, and I don't know which brush, because maybe it was one of the blending brushes, Okay, let's talk about the lighting real quick. It is 9 o'clock at night, and my grandma came through with a studio light for my birthday, and oh my goodness, it's beautiful. Look at this. And then she also did gift me this, so this was my 2 presents for my birthday, and I'm like so grateful for it because, oh my goodness, I just wanted to have good quality lighting for my videos, because like in my hot Cheeto inspired look, I was orange. I was literally orange, and I'm wearing the same foundation right now. Do I look orange? No. See, it was just the lighting. But anyway, I'm gonna get into it. And starting off with my favorite brush is the Morphe E41 brush. It's just a big powder brush, as you can see, and honestly, like, Jaclyn was right. All you gotta do is boom, 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 and you're done. This does the job for you, and it's from the Elite collection, and it's so thick and like soft, and you could, I love the bristles and how it's tapered like this. So I went, like, I really glowed up. I went from this Wet n Wild powder brush to this, and this did the job too, but it was more streaky, I felt like, and more work than it takes with this one. And honestly, you don't have to really blend out the powder with this. All you gotta do is boom, 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 like just dot it, I guess. But honestly, I would have purchased this brush on its own, and I believe it was like $30. It retails for $30 on the Morphe website. So if you don't want to get the brush collection, if you don't think it's worth it, I do think it's worth picking up this brush. And you know, the camera, there's a spot for the camera right in the center of it. Like, I'm so happy. But it did come broke. Like, you know the parts that you're supposed to put on the light? Oh, I just see a ring. And then the bottom did come broke too, but I just duct taped that shit. I was not gonna send it back. It took too long to get here. Here, let me plug in my phone. Damn it. Fuck. I have to go find my charger. Okay, and next is the Morphe R2 brush. Actually, I want to take a bath after this. Hold on. Alright, I'm back. And then the next brush I'm going to be talking about is the R2 bronzing brush. This is what I use it for. It honestly just sits perfect right here. Like, and then how the bristles are shaped, it just forms to your cheek just like that, and then you run it up and down. You know how to bronze. The Morphe M438 brush is like this tapered brush. Ooh. This is for highlight. You can. Brushing off excess powder under eye like she was recommending. This brush to apply my powder to carve out my contour right here. Just, I love how it applies and it just glides it on. Then the Morphe M439, the infamous foundation brush. I mean, foundation is foundation, but you have to have a good foundation to be able to have a good house. I have the Fenty by Rihanna foundation brush, and it works just as well. But honestly, you could tell the difference between a brush and a sponge, and I was using a sponge forever now, but this retails for $14, so it's not that bad. And honestly, I love how dense it is. They have another one on the Morphe website. It's just a little shorter bristled one, and I would pick this one over that one because I've seen people use that on YouTube, and it's too dense and not as, like, doesn't have as much mobility as this one is, because like I like to place it on there and like not. Hello? Okay, that was like 40-minute conversation. I'm so tired now. The Morphe, why am I saying Morphe? Obviously they're all Morphe brushes, but. So the next brush is the Morphe M437 brush, and this one fits perfectly right here to do your contour, and then, I don't know, just the angle of the brush really just sits, you can't even see it, but it really just sits in your cheeks right there, your cheekbones. And, or you could, this is a really universal brush. I also do it, I use it to wipe away my excess powder and just like spread out the product basically. Same brush basically as the M530, and I used this as blush one time, a couple times, and it's not my favorite blush brush. I just use, like, this is the best size for me because it just, you know, this one you kind of have to work at it, and I feel like it does pick up a little product that's under it, and so my foundation gets pretty patchy using this brush though. Talk about the Morphe R10 yet? I don't think so. I tried using this with my Anastasia cream contour kit that I just got. Holy crap, it just picked up everything underneath. I don't know if it's the cream contour that I'm supposed to use a beauty blender with, so I'll try that out next time, but I use this brush, picked up everything underneath. But this one is, again, a contour brush, but I did use it with powder and it worked fine. And it fits perfectly right there in your cheekbones, you see that? Just a little, yeah. Ooh. One of my favorite brushes I think you should pick up anyway, but you have to keep this brush clean because once you get a lot of concealer in it, then it starts thickening up and it just looks cakey. But the Morphe E8 brush, I just use it for concealer basically. And if you don't want to get the set, I do recommend this brush just to pick it up on its own. I really do like it. Like, I think it's better than using my mini beauty blender, but then I go on with a mini beauty blender after I do this to make sure everything's seamless from this point to my face to here. Jaclyn says you could use the E47 brush to really clean it up here with, what's it called? I swear there's a ghost in my house, seriously, deadass. Like, this cup just fell out of nowhere earlier, and then my friend was in the kitchen and the freezer just popped on open without anything like in the way or causing that movement. And I just hear sounds all the time and my door's cracked and I'm freaking out. But anyway, so you could use this for powder to clean up your eyeshadow, or today I used it as a nose contour, and so many people were telling me my nose is snatched and I used this brush to do it. The last face brush that I have is the Morphe M510. It's just a highlighting brush. I use this one, so they're kind of similar in shape. This one's just more domed, and I mean they both work perfectly fine. You don't have to get, because this one was $1 on Miss AOA, and this one is like $6, $7, maybe $10 on Morphe. Now, oh, and let's talk about the packaging real quick. This retails for like $20-something on Morphe. Yes, totally recommend it. See how it sits flat like that? It's so nice. I love it. We're just opening it back up. If you have acrylic nails, I'd be kind of scared to open this back up. But yeah. And I've used most of these brushes so far. This one is good. Oh, the E18 is really good for the lower lash line. That's what I used today. It just fits right under there and smokes it out. And then the M432 brush is a concealer brush. Ooh, why do I look so white? Alright, the M432 brush is what I use to carve out my eyebrows. Works perfectly fine. I know there's e.l.f. dupes for this, and I believe it only retails for like $2-3. So. And then the Morphe M213. Why I keep saying Morphe? Obviously they're Morphe. This is the Morphe review. Really good for that pop of color, because I always like going in with translucent powder to blend out the crease to my brow bone. But this is good when I take my Fenty highlighter or my Becca highlighter. I like to put it here as well and in my inner corner, and this brush is small enough to do that. E36 brush is just basically a lower lash line brush as well, or you could pack on color when you're doing a cut crease or a halo eye like this. But I also like using the M506 brush for that as well. This one's more tapered. It's just a smaller tapered blending brush. And I just like taking that color right on top like that. Anyway, the M513, I think I just used it to put on powder one day, but it's still tapered. It's meant for the crease. It's a little thicker, to be honest, the handle, which I kind of like. Similar brush is the M537 brush, and I think these ones are like sister brushes, Jaclyn was saying, so if that one's dirty, you could use this one, so it's just like a backup brush. This brush I really enjoy for after putting my primer and concealer on my eye. Well, concealer is my primer. I like to set it with the M504, and just, it's like big enough, and it's honestly, you can use it as a highlight brush as well, but I like just setting my concealer with it. And the M518, this is really good just to put that first transition color on, and it like really evens out the product. I'm so like, I did not know how to do eyeshadow for the longest time. I probably still don't, but this one just makes everything so seamless and so much easier. And then I believe the two brushes that everyone needs to have, whether like these two brushes are solid. I was using these two for a long time. The M441 and the M433. This one is a good like crease transition brush. And then, oh no, the M441 is a good transition brush, and the M433 is a good crease brush. It literally just sits in the fold of your eye so perfect. I really recommend these two brushes, and I believe they retail for $6 each. Then the MR37 brush from the Rose Gold collection. It's pretty much the same as those sister brushes I was talking about earlier. It has the point where it could, you know, lay in that fold in your eye and just blend everything out. The E17 brush, which is kind of angled. Maybe it's just mine. Yeah, it was just how it was laying in there. I haven't used this one yet, but I believe I would use this for just packing on the color and then going in and blending it out with another brush. I swear my fucking ass is on it. So overall, I'm missing one brush, but I really do think this collection is worth it. I was looking at, like, I never compared Morphe collections, but, you know, they all have the basic fan brush, a couple blending brushes, the spoolie, and then this one has the brushes that you'll need, like, anytime. And honestly, it retails for like $200 and something, and you're getting it for $155 and the case. So I would just go for this collection. And look how many brushes there are. Like, this is all the brushes you need. If you're starting off, if you're a beginner, get this set. Like, put this on your wish list or purchase list or whatever. But anyway, that's all I have for you guys. And, you know, let me know down in the comments down below if you think it's worth it or if you tried it out before. And see you on the flip side.